Hey guys, you know, I was out today and, I spread the frankly obvious truth that the earth is not a globe to some people. And of course, as usual, the Goyim don't get it. So they always pull out the same things. Like, they ask for, like, Muh evidence, Muh evidence. Here's Muh evidence for it being a globe. And I want to talk about the like Muh evidence. Uh, you make a claim, or a conclusion, whatever, and you're like, here's the evidence that supports it. And first off, frankly, if you get to the point where you have to pull out evidence, you've already lost because using evident, like evidence based claims, is feminine in its nature, which also makes it like Semitic and Anatolian in its nature as well, due to its femininity. Because ultimately, what you're doing is you're making a claim, then you're wanting like others or like things outside of you to validate it, dude. Like be a grown ass man, dude. Just like just make the claim and have the claim assist upon itself. It's like that's why math, is usually considered like this more like masculine field of study, or like, a hard science, because there's nothing outside of math that proves math is true or legitimate other than math itself. Like, it insists upon itself. Anytime you make a claim, you just assist upon the claim in yourself. All right, dude. Like, I don't need to show you evidence that the earth isn't a globe. It's self evident. There is no evidence other than the claim itself, and the claim upholds on itself, thus making the claim true. As soon as you get to the point where you're going like, well, actually, see here, Dr. Secklespring has this piece of paper with some numbers or shit on it. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, they are a matriarchal race of people, so yeah, they would be using evidence to back any claim or argument they make, dude. Get out of here. That's what like normgroids don't understand. Like this is why it's so hard being just like this peak Aryan Ubermensch male. You know, you walk outside and you frankly are on such a higher plane of existence, both physically and metaphysically, that they have to try and tear down anything you say at every opportunity. And they'll use like all these like fallacies of like my evidence, appealing to the crowd. They'll be like, "Oh, you're delusional, Celtic cat. You need to go into an insane asylum." And it's like, whatever, dude. It's like when you make a Floyd angry, and then there people are like, "Well, you can't beat a Floyd." Socially, it's like, yes, you can. It's very easy. All right. Okay. Whenever Floyd gets antagonistic with me, she rallies all the oofy doofies, the wife guys, all that around, and they come bring this lynch mob against me, metaphorically speaking, but sometimes literally. And I just turn around and I just hit them with the vril blast that I learned from Heinrich Himmler's secret writings, and they just disperse like roaches when you turn the lights on. Like they just can't handle it. They're I guess you could say spiteful mutants, but it's like envious peasants would also be a good thing to say, because they are of a lower caste, but they're just resentful of their station, you know? It's also too. It's like the whole thing of I saw like some Norm Groyd video got recommended to me, and it was like why Gen Z isn't going to have kids, and the whole thing was it touched on like it's basically impossible to get in a relationship with a Floyd or be with a Floyd who's worth being in a relationship with if you do get one. Like it touched on that a little, but most of it was like more money, more money. It costs like so much money to have a kid at the hospital. And it's like you don't even have to pay that, dude. In fact, you don't. Dude, I get all my shit for free now. All right, because there's the thing. There's like the Jewish law that society tries to make us all think we live under, and then there's like the natural, you know, Indo-European law where it's just yeah, I'm of noble stock. I am the nobility, and thus I own everything in my vicinity up until it borders upon another noble's holdings. So I just take shit. All right, not like I just you go in like if you have like a kid, you just walk into the grocery store and grab you some organic food, walk out, don't pay it. Like they're letting Tyrell do it. Tyrell's kind of figured that out. He's operating on natural savannah law. I need to operate on like fucking Brit Bong bog law, dude. I go sit in bogs all day, and I don't know what else they really did. To be honest, I don't know. Drink beer and kill cows. But yeah, yeah. But I think that's about it. I think that's the gist of this video is my evidence, even though I went on a tangent there in the end. So yeah, guys. To summarize, um, if you make a claim and then immediately try to use evidence to back it, you just lost the argument completely because you just shown that it can't. The claim itself can't stand on its own, and you don't really seem to actually believe in the idea if you need these other things to validate your opinion. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Let's see you.